Assalamu alaikum, Sister Phyllis. It's such a noble act to honor his namesake, in contrast to men born with the blessed name and asking people to call them Mo to fit in. SubhanAllah. So, in line with that comment, I wanted to ask you about your thoughts or advice in navigating a society that is not easy for them to pronounce the names of beloved historical figures in Islam. How do we navigate trying to fit in, shortening our names?
The interesting and you picked maybe a perfect time to address that issue, because I don't think there's any name that's more of a household name in the United States of America than Muhammad Ali.
Yes, it's the number one name.
And what's deep about it is that now some people who are, I think, really familiar with Ali, they just say Ali. But most Americans, I'm talking about from the rural American South to the the Pacific Northwest, they pronounce the entire every syllable Muhammad Ali. Now, of course, they don't pronounce it with a ha and a shedda. I mean, they're not Arabic speakers. Like Muhammad Ali. I mean, they're not Arabic speakers, but their attempt to honor his entire name, Muhammad Ali, is a sign of the dignity that is conferred upon you when you stick to who you are. When you are okay with you, you give other people an opportunity to celebrate you. How can we celebrate somebody? Like if a person is insecure and they misrepresent who or what they are, even the them that we're celebrating isn't really them, right? It's not a real person. It's something they've created, to win our affection. But when you are true to who and what you are, when you experience praise or celebration or esteem, this is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's important to remember that the Prophet ﷺ says, when Allah loves someone, Allah tells the angels, the Ahl Sama, to love that person. And then the angels convey to the righteous on earth, Allah loves this person, and we love this person. Love that person, right? And I think that it's important to remember that. I mean, Muhammad Ali's memorial, Sister Noah, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Now I'm not a young man. I'm not an old man. I'm not an old man. I'm not an old man, but I'm not a young man either. And I've never seen in my lifetime so many people from so many walks of life embrace a person upon their passing. The closest thing, now I saw Nelson Mandela's funeral, right? It was I think it was giving me similar vibes. The only difference is that I think, Ali was celebrated by people who didn't even agree with his politics. Right? When you went to the Ali Memorial, you had liberals, conservatives, white, black, Jews, Christians, Muslims. I mean, you had indigenous folks. I mean, you had athletes, entertainers, working class folks, professionals. It was like, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. We the Prophet ﷺ, we've elevated your remembrance. We've elevated your mention. I saw somebody, as the funeral procession for Ali was rolling down the streets of Louisville. I saw a cat that looked like just you saw him, you think just a brother from around the way, a man in the street, running behind the procession just because he wanted to throw one rose. He was holding one rose and he wanted to throw it on the back of that procession. And I said, that kind of love for anybody is only inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? And that's what you get when you're confident in who you are.